Now, even journalists aren't safe from Islamic militants in Mali. Radio reporter Malik Maiga Aliou was beaten in the northern city of Gao on Sunday. Aliou tells VOA that men caught armed to the teeth entered the studios of Radio Adar Koima during a live broadcast and dragged him into a car. He says the men beat him with rifle butts, accusing him of spreading lies. Eventually, he says they dumped him at a cemetery where they stomped on him and left him for dead. The beating, Aliou's third at the hands of Islamists, appeared to be punishment for reporting that local residents have prevented the amputation of a thief's hand on Sunday. The Malian journalist also contributes stories to the Voice of America. VOA's director David Ensor condemned the attack. Idrissa Fall of VOA's French to Africa service is a friend and a colleague of Aliou. He joins us now with more on this story. Welcome, Idrissa.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, and you came from there not long ago. But we do understand that actually this attack, this abduction of Aliou happened when he was, live in the studio.
Yes.
And even people heard him being taken away. Tell us more about it.
Because it was live on the air, so the whole city was listening to what was going on. And then after they took him out, the youth, they organized kind of rebellion. Went to see the chief of the Islamists, telling that we better find out where Malik is. I think because he was into coma when they found him in the cemetery, those Islamists and those young guys found him and brought him to the hospital on Sunday night.
Now he's in the hospital. What's his condition?
Well,
what have you heard?
He had been into coma for hours, and then he's still there. And now there are plans to pull him out of Gao and maybe to bring him to Niger or Bamako, but it's only plans for the time being. But he's doing much better now. So,
other than targeting reporters, in what other ways is the Mujahid group working to make sure it's imposing this Islamic law in that region of Mali?
Well, it is, as I would say in French, they are souffler le chaud et le froid. It means they are blowing warmth and cold. These days, they want to cut hands. If people revolt, they will back off. They will whip women in Tombouctou. If people revolt, they will back off. Today, I heard they cut the hand of somebody in Ansongo, which is a town between Gao and the border with Niger. But I'm definitely sure they would like to impose their Islamic law, mean women have to put their veil under 100 degrees. And a man also, you don't have to touch a woman unless you are married. If not, you're going to be whipped in public.
Yeah.
If you...
How do you rate the resistance of the population? Of course, you've talked about them pushing a little bit, but how do you, from what you gathered when you were there, how strong is the resistance?
I can talk about Gao. You have the Islamists on this side, the population on the other side. Because what happened is the rebels are Tuaregs. Those so-called Islamists, most of them are foreigners from Algeria, Mauritania, or all the group Mujahid mainly is not Tuareg. And on the other side, you have these population, which is by majority, they are Songhai, black people. So you have a divide there. I think even though the Islamists now are trying, the chief of the police in Gao, they took a local guy, a Songhai guy. He is the one who is applying the Sharia down there. But till now, I think there is a resistance there. Not organized, but people, not all of them cooperate with their ideology.
In terms of the central government, to what extent is it in charge in this area, or do we...
It's very complicated. You know, what happened in the north is clear. But when you come back to Bamako, you don't know who is in charge. You have the President Jonkunda, who just came back 2 weeks ago. You have the Prime Minister. There is a guy who organized the coup. Everybody say he's out, but everybody knows also he's still there. And all these things you have to have institution real. And ECOWAS is saying they're going to send 3,000 troops down there. I'm waiting to see how it would happen. Because when people send soldiers inside the north, I think there are a lot of risk down there to have a kind of new Somalia or whatever, because they will resist.
Well, Thanks a lot, Idrissa.
Thank
And I'm
you
happy
for
that you
inviting
came back alive, and we hope our young reporter is going to get better.
Thank you.
Idrissa Fall there is a reporter with the French to Africa service here at the Voice of America. Thanks a lot for joining us today.